All right, so hello, we are here with Angela,
Hello, everyone.
and she is from Argentina, but now she is living in Israel, and she learned Hebrew at the C1 level, and now she's learning English. And so she started at the A2 level when we first met in September, actually 8 months ago.
Yes,
And when we first met, her main motivation for learning English was to find work.
yeah.
And today she told me that finally, after 8 months of searching, she has found a job. Okay. And so,
Woo!
we're really happy because last or 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
we studied and we prepared for the interview. And then she received a phone call. When did you receive the phone call?
maybe no. When we started to practice about the interview, so 2 weeks ago or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so maybe in your own words, what motivated you to learn English?
I need to explain.
Yeah, in your own words, in your opinion.
I don't know why I motivate about English
And
or
yeah, before you met me, why were you motivated?
okay. Um, I think that I all the time I was problem with the language. I suppose that everyone
Us.
has an approach with English in the high school or something like that. Um, but I didn't feel this. Um, I didn't feel this. I don't know how to say. I didn't feel this necessity
Necessity.
to speak in English before, but when I came to Israel, when I moved to Israel, I felt so bad because
Mhm.
here all the people speak in different languages.
They spoke in different languages.
They spoke in different languages, so was so difficult for me because I didn't know Hebrew and I didn't know like a good level English, like
Of English.
on English, like a simple words, or I don't know. I didn't feel good with my grammar, so when I needed to start speaking English, I felt so bad. So sometimes just I couldn't speak. So I felt alone here, and because of because of my fear
Hmm.
to study and to learn and to think that I need to do it. So I want to live in Israel, so I need to do it. Point. So when I met you, I love your profile because you started to speak about a professional approach and really I love it our first class because I we started to review all my hours and how was my way to improve my English, and I started to think that I tried but I didn't I did or studied the language in a bad way. So um, I started to feel closer to English and to enjoy the language. And sometimes was difficult because I also started uh, to study Hebrew, so sometimes was difficult because here I need to speak in Hebrew, no English,
Not English.
not English. Uh, it was challenging for me, but I think that in 3 years here in Israel, I feel good. I feel that I need to study more, but I can speak in English in the street. I can speak in English in my interview. I can speak in English. I don't know. Today I was in a course, 6 hours in English.
Wow.
Yes, so I need to listen, to write, to speak, and at the beginning I needed to make my presentation, my personal, like,
Yeah, to do. I needed to do my presentation, or you could say I needed to present.
I need to present myself, and I don't know, just I started to speak, and I don't know, I felt very good.
And what was your situation like before before you met me? What was your situation like with
just I am a person that all the time I looking for solution. So
for
solutions. So I tried everything. I made here in Israel a course in English.
You said I had a course in English.
I had a course in English. I paid a lot of money, and just I finished with the course, and I felt that I couldn't grow, and also I felt bad because I paid a lot of money. So I have my sister she's English teacher.
She is an English teacher.
She is an English teacher, but I couldn't, I don't know, make this connection with her. And just, I think it's not about the money, it's not about the time, it's about that you need to find the best way to interact with the language. I cannot say that everyone can study in the same way. Just also I love study alone, so was good for me. Just we could build together this way and be flexible, and to try different ways to interact with the language. And so I don't know. But also we do you remember that we worked together about my goals, my
goals?
Yeah. Yes, on my vision in the future, and started to think good things about English. I don't know, before we met, I thought I need to speak in English. It's so difficult to me. It's so boring, but yes, but I need to do it. And just now I think it's good for me. It's new knowledge, is a new approach.
And what was the most challenging part of learning for you?
I think I try to be I work on my consistency. It's difficult, or because just I need to to learn Hebrew and English as well. So sometimes it's difficult to, I don't know.
Do both.
Yes, or in my day, or on my day, during the day, I speak Hebrew, and but here in Israel is important. Is very important to speak in English. So
And by the way, Angela was one of the first students to create a dream board.
Yeah.
I remember the your or the dream movie. Actually, you created a dream
Yes.
movie. And for the students who are or people who are not my students yet, we'll talk about that in the first class.
Yes.
I won't reveal what that is, but we talked about her goals and things like that.
No, because do you remember that we started to speak about myself, about yourself, and I thought, okay, this is my opportunity to set my goals and to see English like the same level to find a job or the same level to, I don't know, to reach something. Before I didn't just, I need to speak in English because I don't know, it's my obligation. I don't know how to say. It's not the same my mind to think about to reach my goal like I don't know, to find a job or to think about my family in the future. It's like a good things, But
Something fun.
yes, but in English all the time, I thought, oh, I need to speak in English. I need to know English. And when we spoke about about this video, so just I think in English, like it's good for me. It's
And in the past, like what was your process like for learning English? Like what was your process?
I studied English in my high school,
Hmm.
but was a bad level. And in Argentina is a big country, but is close.
It's a closed country.
Yes. So, for example, we can listen music in English, but
Listen
we
to music.
listen to music in English, but I don't know. We create our words, and sometimes we cannot understand what the thing means, but
What it means.
what it means. But we think that we speak in English or we understand. Or in Spanish, sometimes you can find similar words, but is maybe it it can help, but if you don't study, you cannot understand.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the reason that you can find a lot of people from Argentina that say, okay, I cannot speak in English, but I can understand.
Because of TV. And
Yes, but really it's not the truth.
okay.
It's not the truth.
So really you just listen to music and
Yes, but I didn't think in English. I didn't really I don't know, check the words or to make this connection with the language. So
okay. And what is your process now of learning English?
okay, so here in Israel is perfect because here live a lot of people in around the world.
So many people from around the world live here.
So many people from around the world live here. So you can find a lot of things. For example, once a week, I have an event that you can learn different languages. So, but it's into the bar. So
Into the bar. What is that?
So it's, for example, you can find a different group, for example, Hebrew, English, Italian, Russian, okay? But it's in the bar. So you can buy a beer and you have your ambassador. For example, I want to practice English. So I go with my beer and I don't know, some native person starts to speak, and we need to speak about it. So he start to say, no, you can say like that, you can say like that, but it's a funny way. So
it's a fun way.
Fun way. So you don't feel this pressure about you need to speak in English perfectly, or I don't know. It's like you are in the bar.
So it's a relaxed environment.
Yes. And I see, of course, a lot of series.
I watch a lot of TV series.
A lot of TV series in Netflix.
On Netflix.
On Netflix. And I try to speak in English. And sometimes when I don't know, when I feel that I can practice my my speaking, sometimes I start to speak alone. Just I don't know, I need to do something. I start to explain in this moment. I don't know what I do in English, for example, or if I look something in internet, so
if I look at something on the internet.
If I look something at the internet.
If I look at something
on the internet, so I try to read and to repeat. And what's good this website about pronunciation, because sometimes it's difficult for me. So I tried to do different things. I don't think that I have, I don't know, my way perfectly. So just I want to mix because it's born for me. If I don't know.
If you mix it up is the expression.
Yeah, sometimes I have my grammar book. So sometimes I want to learn grammar, so I don't know. I don't think about it. Just I do something that I want to do in this day.
And another question I have for you is, how has your English changed since you started with me?
No, I think that I need to, of course, to study more. But now I can speak. I just in the past I felt like in shock, like someone, how are you? And I couldn't speak. Okay, yes, fine, bye. Just was so difficult to me because I love
it. For me?
Yes, because I love to speak. I don't know, here in Israel you can find different native English people.
Native English speakers
from US, UK.
From the US, the UK.
From the US, the UK, Australia, or I don't know. So I don't know. I couldn't speak with them because I don't know. I felt I'm so stupid. I don't know how to speak in English. And
so you wanted more confidence.
Yes, but now I started to see that I thought that all the people here speaking English very well, and it's not like that. So, and I started to see that there are a lot of people that don't speak in English, and I don't know, it's the best way to compare. To compare, because it's, I don't know, but I feel good because I don't feel shy or just I don't know.
That's good. So you feel more confident.
Yes.
And another question is, so you were studying English to find a job. Can you tell us what kind of job were you looking for?
Okay, I have a bachelor's degree in human resources, and in Argentina, I work in the HR department in a telecommunications company. So when I made Aliyah, when I moved to Israel, I thought about it, and was so difficult at the beginning. So the first year, just I studied Hebrew, and after that, I started to work in like salesperson in
As a
Spanish.
salesperson?
Yeah, as a salesperson in Spanish. Was a good money, but I don't know, I felt so empty. And for me, I started to work when I was 19. So for me, it's so important my job, and to feel comfortable with that, and to do something that I love. And I was the opportunity to leave for this job.
So say the last sentence again. I wanted an opportunity.
Okay. I wanted a new opportunity, so I decided, okay. I decided I cannot continue with this job because I don't feel happy. I don't feel good. I receive good money.
I received good money.
I received money, but it's not my field. It's not my profession. So I started to think about it. How is the best way? So I started to check the market here in Israel because it's different. And after that, I started to speak with I started to speak with different people here in Israel. And after that, I started to create my brand, to check my profile in LinkedIn, my email, my signature on my email, and to be more professional. And after that, I started to send my resume to apply. But I felt so secure and strong because I knew it. I knew it, how works the market, or I knew
how the market worked.
I knew it, how the market works, and spoke with the professionals person here in Israel, like I don't know how to say, professional person with a lot of experience in human resources. So I spoke about advice. Okay, I need to speak with you. I need to an advice. I'm new immigrant, and blah blah blah, and was good for me. And after that, I started to apply, and when I received my first call, was so good for me. I need to speak in Hebrew, not in English.
I had to speak in Hebrew.
I had to speak in Hebrew, not in English. But I needed that. I needed to make this test in English, so I wrote everything in Spanish, all the things that I wanted to say, and after that we worked together on English, and with my boyfriend to work on Hebrew.
In Hebrew.
So I started to repeat and repeat.
Secret. What are the secrets?
Repeat, because I thought, okay, this is my way to feel that I know the answer. Okay. Because also here in Israel, you need to be con consistent. No, you need
Consistent.
to go to the point.
Get to the point.
Yes. So I wrote like bullet points, and like I thought about the examples, and that's it. So I repeat. I don't remember a lot of time that at the one day before I on Sunday I could repeat anymore because it was all in my mind. So
You mean for the interview, right? So preparing for the interview.
Yes. One day before, I could repeat more because was all the speech into my mind. So
I want to go back. So talk about the interview process. What happened with your process? What do we do to prepare for your interview?
Okay.
So talk about like what kind of job was it and what did we do to prepare?
Okay.
What was the job title?
I think that before the interview, do you remember that we started to, I don't know, to practice random question? And then, I don't know, at the beginning, I didn't feel well because I didn't feel this pressure about the interview, you know? So I thought, okay, I have time. Okay, I need to study more, but okay, maybe in the future I have this interview. But when I received this call and I knew it that I have this interview, so we started to prepare more
specifically.
Yes, and okay. We started to practice about these 20 questions.
These 20 questions?
Yes, questions. And was like that in the interview. The difference was...
they asked you the same questions.
Yes, it was so similar, but yeah. But the difference was that of course, they didn't start about tell me about yourself. No, he started, for example, okay, do you know what the company do?
Do you know what the company does?
So this is the first. So in my mind, tell me about yourself. And do you know what the company does? Yes, of course. But I need to think a little. But when but I was practicing. No, I was practicing. I don't know. I don't remember. I had everything in my mind, so I need to think a little, but I couldn't answer the question like a good answer, and to feel comfortable, and I don't know, just yes.
So it was out of order. It wasn't in the same order.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And what happened during the interview? You mentioned this before I started recording, so maybe you can tell my other listeners what happened during the interview.
Okay. In the middle of the interview, this person started to say, okay, this American company, so you need to know English. All the time we spoke in Hebrew. So in my mind, I knew it that when he started to say like that, I need to say, okay, I am speaking English, like in English, now in Hebrew. But I don't know, I felt just was the second that I answer, okay, yes, I can speak in English, but in Hebrew, okay? And okay, and I didn't need to speak in English in the first interview. And after that, I made a new interview.
I had
a new interview, and but she asked me, okay, did you make this interview in English or this test in English?
Did you have this interview?
Did you have this test in English or something like that? I don't remember. And so I thought, okay, this is my time. I need to speak in English. This is the time. So I started to speak about my vacation on Greece and in Greece. And when she started to speak in English, I didn't feel that she speaks in English. She spoke in English very well.
Or so, you can say, I didn't think she spoke English very well.
Okay. So I think that in my mind, this is important to compare.
To compare. Yeah. And so what happened? Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay, so I started to speak about my vacation in Greece, and after that, I started to speak about surfing and blah blah blah, and I don't know, and started to speak in English, like the same time, like the same way that I feel comfortable with the Hebrew. So and then she said, okay, it's okay, like. So I felt, okay, I am a good, yeah. Okay, it's okay.
That is awesome. And what happened after the interview?
Okay, after the interview, and one day I need to go to the company and like 2 hours and spend time with my boss and with the other people in the department. So I started to speak with the one girl she started to work, I don't know, a few days ago, and she started to tell me, okay, I didn't know how to speak in English in the interview, blah blah blah. I need to write something. So in this second, I felt I'm so stupid because I don't know, I felt like I cannot speak in English, and I want to work in I don't know, American company, and I don't know, to put in my mind all the bad things. And after that, I could understand, like, you need to, I don't know, you need to change all the thoughts in your mind, and just do it. And before the interview, I started to watch a lot of motivational videos. So I don't know, I felt like with my power.
You felt like your power? So can you explain?
No, because I need to work with my mind to understand. I'm so weak sometimes. So with my consistency, my repetition, and my motivational videos, my goals, my God, my everything, just I put all my things on the table that I thought, okay, I can get the job, it's perfect. If I cannot get the job, it's perfect too, because I put all my heart, all my energy, all my things in this opportunity, In this opportunity.
And the job, what was the title of the job?
It's a recruiter referented. I don't know how to say in English.
So a recruiting job.
Yes. So,
Okay. And the last question I have is, what advice would you give to my other students who are either learning English or looking for a job? What is Angela's advice?
okay. Um, I thought that I couldn't find a job before. It was because I didn't think that I couldn't.
So it was
So
all mental.
yes. So when I started to think, okay, this is my time. I need to find a job. On my field, I need to find a job. I need to find a job, and I started to change my hours and started to go to the gym in the morning. I to put hours in my schedule, and the first things that I do was in the morning go to the gym and looking for a job. For me, it was like a difficult things to do.
In the morning, you did the most
Yes,
difficult things.
yes. And after that, maybe I work on my blog, on in other things. But just you need to think about it. And for example, before the interview, I made an Excel with like if I receive this salary, I can continue with my study. I need to pay I don't know, the apartment. I need to pay this
Pay
course,
for, pay for.
pay for the apartment. I pay for this course and blah. So I thought that I have this job. I need to think about my salary and for example, my boyfriend works near to this company, so I started to think, okay, we can go together in by our car, and just started to think about like I have this job. So my advice is to think to really want this opportunity. If you think, okay, I need to find a job, like I don't know, okay, I want to change something, just you need to think before what do you want,
What
and
you want.
after what you want, and after that, like I started to read the different books, to watching YouTube. Just I focus on my on this opportunity. So just I think that you need to think about it like I don't know, to put all the focus in this in this goal,
On this goal.
on these goals.
So number one, do the hard things first. Number
Yes.
two is change your mindset.
No, maybe I can say the first to think.
Just
Because
change your
really
mindset.
I want this, but you need to think about what do you want?
What you want.
What you want, because you can say I want a job. Maybe you can work, I don't know, in McDonald's. So this is a job. But you need to think, I want a job in, I don't know, I thought about the recruiter position in, I don't know, if you have another idea, like more specific idea is good. So first, you think about it, and after that, yes, making or made or do in the morning the difficult things, because it's a lot of energy. I spend, I don't know, 5 hours per day or 6 hours per day on my search job.
My job search.
Job search. And after that, to be more confident, to drop all the bad things and to say, okay, it's just I need to think in a good things, and I can.
Things.
Yes, I can do it, and I don't know, maybe I don't know. I love it to watch this video because I feel good, and I I I need to proud all my mornings about to receive like good ideas, and I don't know how to say, but maybe someone else love, I don't know, meditation, or I don't know what. So
to fill your mind with positive thoughts.
yes.
All right, that is the last question.
Okay.
Because I have another class coming up in 8 minutes.
Okay.
Once again, congratulations. This has been the process. It's been almost 8 months. We started almost 8 months ago. And we worked on Angela's CV, and we've done interview practice, and we talked about consistency, repetition, and having fun. So those three things. And making sure you practice every day. And the last question I have for you is, can I show this video to my other students as a testimony?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to.
I don't know if I have. I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm
all right,
so tired today.
So this is the end of the interview. Thank you, Angela, and congratulations. Awesome.
So now I have this job, but I want to continue with my lesson because I want to grow with my English. So
perfect. And I will stop the interview here.